Oh my goodness me. Today has not been a good day for me. It really isn't. Because the Lionesses have lost the World Cup against Spain. And I was hoping and praying that the West Ham Chelsea game would not be worse. But you know what? It did. The game finished West Ham 3, Chelsea 1. Our record in the London Stadium, poor record continues. How the hell can Chelsea go from getting a decent result against Liverpool, a draw which you should have won, to now lose against West Ham, who are down to 10 men at the London Stadium? Do you know why? It's because of Pochettino. How the hell can you go to a back three against West Ham? Like, it doesn't make any sense. You went for a back four against Brighton, we beat them. You went for a back four against Newcastle, you drew, which is fair. You went for a back four against Fulham, it worked. You went for a back four against Dortmund, a really good side, we drew, which we should have won. You went for a back four against Wrexham, it worked because we destroyed them. So how the hell can you have a good preseason, but in the league you decide to like say to yourself, "Now you know what? I'm not going to go for back four because I don't trust these players." Come on, man, Pochettino, this is all on you. This is all on you. Why, like, it just doesn't make any sense. Why you not starting Mudryk, man? I know you had a terrible game, but this is why I wanted to start Mudryk because look at Colin Chukwuemeka. Before he scored the goal, and now he's got injured. This is why I wanted him as a number 10 rather than as a left winger. Because before he scored the goal, I received much of him. But then after that, he looked a bit better. Now he's injured. And this back three doesn't work. Because look at Reece James. Got a hamstring injury when they played in the back three. Now look at Conor Chukwuemeka. When we played in the back four in pre-season, you never see some injuries. Never. So I don't know why Pochettino wants to go to a back three. Does he want some players to get injured? And does he want Chelsea to win? Because that's what it looks like that's happening. Listen, I know it's too. And listen, I don't say I'm not going to be Poch. I'm not Poch out because it's way too early. But if Pochettino doesn't get this right, plays a back four and doesn't get some couple of wins, then he's under some serious pressure. But for me, I'll give him time because I still think for me he will do a far better manager than Graham Potter and Frank Lampard. But today he needs some. He needs to get he needs to hide Hayden Shame. There needs to be some questions on him because how do you go to a back four which is good type of football and progressing well in the final third to now playing the back three which is don't do one in the final third and just concede and just lose. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like, the formation today was a 3-4-2-1, but it looked like to me it was a 3-5-2, but it's actually a 3-4-2-1. We had Robert Sanchez in goal. We have this Azazi playing as a white centre back, Silva in the middle, Colwell on the left. Then the wing back we have Malo Gusto and Ben Chilwell as the left wing back. Then Enzo Fernandez and Conor Gallagher as the two pivots. We had Sterling on the left, Sterling on the right, Carly Chukwuemeka on the left, and Jackson up top. And you can see that didn't work. Yes, Chelsea was the far better team. Yes, we dominated West Ham. Yes, we had more chances. But this back three does not work for Chelsea anymore because we haven't got Reece James and we haven't got Wesley Fofana. We haven't. We haven't got Trevor Chalobah too. They're all injured. So how the hell can you go to a back three when none of these players can play well in that position? Look at Malo Gusto. Has he ever played as a right wing back before? No, but he decided to put him there. Have you ever seen Desafi play as a white centre back? No, but you put him there. Have you ever seen Konichi Menga playing as a left winger? Sometimes, but he also does well as part of a back four, a 4-2-3-1, not a 3-4-3. You've never seen those players in that position, but he decided to do that. Like, what is wrong with you, Pochettino? Do you want to get yourself under some serious pressure this early on? If you want to win games, stick to a back four. Put a 4-2-3-1. Do that because that will work. The Chelsea players, we haven't got players out there that can play in the back three. We don't. Yes, Thomas Tuchel did that, but he knows that there's some players that can do well in that position. The likes of Christian Eriksen, Rudiger, Timo Werner, Mason Mount, Kante, Kovacic, Reece James, Ben Chilwell. All of these players can do well in the back three. But they're not in that club anymore. We haven't got Mendy, we haven't got Rudiger, we haven't got Christensen, we haven't got Kante, we haven't got Kovacic anymore, we haven't got Timo Werner, Mount. We haven't got these players. We haven't. So why stick to a back three? I know that Nkunku is out, but why not go for 4-3-3 instead? Why? You can see that Caicedo, when he came on, didn't have a great game because he rather plays because he's a number six. He's a DM. But you know what Pochettino did? He took off Conor Gallagher and brings on Caicedo to put him in the number eight. It doesn't make any sense. Caicedo is a number six, not a number eight. And you can tell by his performance when he came on. Just like Felix, where he gave away a free kick and got himself sent off, Caicedo conceded a free kick for Chelsea to give it to West Ham for foul on the number 10. And that's definitely a penalty. I just cannot believe this. Every time in the Premier League debut, players don't seem to do well and make an impact. Like I was disappointed with Caicedo, but I don't blame him because when he came on, he played in the number 8, and that didn't make any sense. He's a number 6. He's a central defensive midfielder. And that's why I don't get why Pochettino played in the back three in the game against West Ham. It looks like he disrespected West Ham. He would have thought that, you know what, West Ham, they're not the type of team that we should be scared of. Well, duh. We have a poor record against West Ham in the London Stadium. As I'm recording this right now, this is the 5th time they beat us at the London Stadium. 5th time. We drew. Then it's 2 draws and the Chelsea win. Why is it that Chelsea always seem to struggle against West Ham at the London Stadium? Do you see Arsenal do it? Do you see Manchester United do it? Do you see Liverpool do it? Do you see Man City do it? Do you see even Brighton do it? No. But it's always us that we seem to struggle against West Ham at the London Stadium. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, how the hell do we spend close to £1 billion in this transfer window and in last summer's transfer window, but still cannot pick up wins? This is the game year from now until the Arsenal game where we should be winning, but we're not doing it. You know why? It's because whenever we have chances, we seem we cannot score. We just can't. It just doesn't make any sense. And it comes to set pieces, it's the exact same thing as last season. That's why I don't get why Bowley decided to sack the medical team and the set piece coach. I just don't get that. He sacked everybody who has been at the club that took us to the next level. Like, I don't get that. Like Todd Bowley, yes, he did good for signing Mosca, saying the lab and all that stuff. But guess what? It looks like it's not starting to work now. It looks like it's not starting to work. Like, honestly, we need a set piece coach because look at the first goal from a corner. Nobody was marking a Kaiji there. Nobody was marking him. Where was the defense? Past Robert Sanchez into the middle of the net. For me, he had no trouble saving that. But where was the defense today? Where was it? That was poor. And like I said in my live watch along, from 0 to 20 minutes, West Ham started off really well. But then after that, it was Chelsea that looked a bit better. Yes, and look at that. Chances once again. The likes of Enzo Fernandez, Nicholas Jackson, Raheem Sterling, Ben Chilwell, Connie Chukwuemeka. We had bare chances, We could have at least been 3-1 up, but instead it was 1-1. Connie Chukwuemeka scored in the 28th minute, and that was a wicked goal. Now he's got sent off. I wonder how he feels after Chelsea are losing 3-1 to West Ham. He'll be disappointed. He'll be very disappointed after scoring that wicked goal. Then we had the penalty. Enzo Fernandez missed. And I think that should have been retaken. I don't know where the VAR decided to not retake that penalty. Because before Enzo Fernandez took that shot, I saw one West Ham playing that penalty box. So I don't know why it was retaken. And then after that, really good from Sterling. Pass it to Conor Chukwuemeka, miskicked it. Should have been 2-1 Chelsea and on stroke of half time. But again, missed. Then in the second half, I don't think we have. I think it was a bit better, but overall, this also tells you that it wasn't that great. Because Mikel Antonio, 8 minutes into the second half, makes it 2-1 after De Zerbi decides to give the ball away to James Ward-Prowse, who got the assist for the first goal from a corner, and then another assist for Mikel Antonio's goal. How the hell did you allow James Ward-Prowse here to get two assists against us? To me, that didn't make any sense. Like, at least he didn't score from a free kick, which is good. But two assists from him is just that's what makes it even worse. And we allowed that to happen. I think signing Disavi was the one decision for Todd Bowley. And maybe Pochettino, but it's Todd Bowley. Wrong decision. Yes, Fofana is injured, but try some another right centre back who can be a backup or who can be better than Wes Fofana and Desiree. But instead we didn't. We decided to sign him for 70, 16 million or 25 million pounds from Monaco. To me, that didn't make any sense. Desire was at fault for that goal because he lost the ball there, gave it to James Ward-Prowse. James Ward-Prowse passed it to Mikel Antonio, who went past Levi Colwell, and Robert Sanchez could have done better. But for me, Desire was at fault for that goal. Simple as that. And again, chances in the second half, which we looked poor. The players who did well in the first half didn't do well in the second half. The likes of Nicholas Jackson, Ben Chilwell, Enzo Fernandez, who I thought it was a white, but wasn't that great in the second half like he did in the first half. Sterling in the first half looked absolutely fantastic, but in the second half wasn't that great. Crossing was terrible. Chances was terrible. The likes of Ben Chilwell, Enzo Fernandez, they were all terrible. Then in the 60th minute, like I said, Moise Caicedo comes on. I was hoping that will make a difference for the Chelsea game, but it looks like it didn't. But before that happened, Awai got two yellow cards, one in the first half, one in the 67th minute, and got himself sent off. And I'm thinking to myself, good, West Ham are down to 10 men. Now is the chance for us here to beat them. Because when you go down to 10 men, you got no chance of winning. But guess what? We didn't do that. We didn't do that. We allowed West Ham to beat us at the London Stadium once again. Our record is just simply unacceptable. It really, really is. Then guess what? What makes it bad made it even worse. Caicedo on his Premier League debut for Chelsea concedes a penalty. And that's definitely a penalty. Like, how on earth can you be like Felix, the game against Fulham in January, where he got sent off on his Premier League debut? How on earth can you do that? To me, that doesn't make any sense. And now Moise Caicedo to ruin it for us. We spent £150 million on him and it looked more worse. Like, my head is gone, guys. My head is gone. I didn't expect this to be this bad. I really didn't. I would have thought that Chelsea are going to brighten up my day after the Lionesses lost against Spain. But this game is even worse than the Lionesses game because at least the Lionesses didn't, lose and get battered. They fought hard, fight, decide, passion. They gave it their all. But Spain were the better team. But I knew this game was difficult. But the Lionesses didn't make me feel angry. They didn't make me feel disgusted. I was gutted and heartbroken, but I was proud of them at the same time. Now look at the men, completely different. What I thought of them was nothing but disgusting, spineless, a joke, and embarrassing result. Yes, the performance was alright, but the result doesn't matter. It's still embarrassing to lose against West Ham, especially down to 10 men. Honestly, you always seem to struggle at the London Stadium, and it doesn't make any sense. Like if we want to challenge for the title, we need to make sure that we do well defensively and going forward. Because because all the goals we conceded was terrible. Set piece cannot do well. Gave the ball away for the second goal. Conceded the penalty. Terrible, 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 terrible. And it's not good enough. It simply needs to change. Otherwise, this team is not going to go anywhere forward. And how dumb of me to predict Chelsea to finish in fifth. But the reason why I did that is the fact that we did one in pre-season, and he went to a back four, 4-2-3-1. So I really hope that he do the same thing for the game against Liverpool and West Ham United. But no, he went for a back four, and you can see that it didn't clearly work. Didn't work. 2 games in and already no win. I know it's this early, but I'm feeling that he could play this back three against Luton, Fulham, Aston Villa, all of these teams. I feel that he could do that because he doesn't believe Chelsea will do one in the back four. Where he should know, yeah, that when we played that formation in the preseason, we looked good. Defensively, we looked a bit shaky, but going forward, it was so much better. We destroyed Wrexham 5-0. We beat Brighton 4-3, entertaining again, but we managed to beat them. Drew against Newcastle, who are a good team. Beat Fulham 2-0. Drew against Dortmund. We did good in pre-season, unbeaten. Now in the Premier League, a draw against Liverpool is decent, but we should have won, so I wasn't too angry at that one. But this one is worse. 10 men, West Ham were down to 10 men, and we still cannot get the win. It still doesn't make any sense. Honestly, my head is gone. I'm just absolutely fuming. Can this day not get any worse for me? Like today's Sunday and hasn't been a good Sunday for me. It's just been terrible, absolutely terrible. We've got Luton next at home. If we play like that, we're gonna lose to them. We're gonna lose to them. So I really hope that Pochettino, the game against Luton, goes to 4-2-3-1, starts Madueke and Mudryk. If he doesn't do that, then I have some big questions for him. Have some big questions because yes, he can do well for the young players. When it comes to tactics and all that stuff, he just cannot do it. To me, go if he doesn't go for back four in every game, then I don't see us winning. I just don't. So he needs to go to either 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3 for the game against Luton. That's the formation I want to see. Because we can do much better in that formation in the back four that we like we did in pre-season than the back three like we did last season. It's as simple as that. Like come on, Pochettino, man. Use your brain, use your sense. Use your brain. We haven't got Reece James anymore. We haven't got Wade Fire. We haven't got Nkunku. So stick with this back four, whether it's a 4-2-3 or 4-3-3, still do that. Because it will make us feel better. Honestly, man, it's the same old Chelsea every single time. Same old. And I simply had enough. It's honestly like my head is gone at the moment. My head is gone. I just cannot believe it. I was not that confident, but I was a bit confident that we could beat West Ham. That's why people going for 5-1 Chelsea or 3-1 Chelsea, you guys can hold that. I predicted 2-1 because I knew this game would be difficult, but my prediction says to me that I'm gonna be a bit confident, but not so much. Even I need to hold that because I believe that this team could win after that good performance against Liverpool. But it looks like it came to back me. It came hitting backfired in my face. Honestly, man, it's just not good enough. Pochettino needs to get this right, otherwise he's under some serious pressure. I know this is early, but he needs to get things right. Otherwise, it looks like we're not gonna challenge for the title and not win a trophy. It's really not good enough. Honestly, it's just embarrassing. It really, really is, and I'm just had enough. It's honestly, God, always seem to shock in the London Stadium. Like it's always Chelsea, man. It's always Chelsea. You don't see Arsenal shocking at the London Stadium. You don't see Man United do it. You don't see Liverpool. You don't see Manchester City. You don't. Well, Tottenham sometimes does it, but you don't see them having a bad game in the London Stadium. You don't. It's always Chelsea that always seem to do that as a big club. Don't do well against West Ham in London Stadium. It's just a joke, man. It needs to be fixed. Otherwise, I cannot trust this process. I just can't. I just cannot butt this process, and I can't trust it. It's as simple as that. That's what people need to realize. And I just had enough. I really do had enough. Right, guys. So that is the end of this just angry and disgusting video for Chelsea. Sorry, West Ham 3, Chelsea 1 match reaction. If you guys agree with everything I said, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, especially if you're a rival fan, if you want me to be happy, just click the like button, subscribe if you're new, click the bell notifications and all of that stuff. And yeah, I'm disappointed, man. This Sunday wasn't my best Sunday. This game was worse than the Lionesses game. Simple as that. I really am disappointed, man. I don't thought Chelsea will get the first 3 points out of the 7 games, but they proved me wrong, man. They proved me wrong, and I'm so disappointed. I'm so angry at this team. Same with Chelsea. Cannot win games, cannot score goals, cannot defend from set pieces. It's honestly a joke, man, and it needs to be fixed. Otherwise, it's going to be much worse than that. I can show you. All right, take care, guys. I'll see you guys very soon. Up the Chelsea, unfortunately.